A 170-pound Cane Corso refused to leave a 7-year-old boy's side after bringing him home from the hospital. What this family discovered about why their rescue dog was acting this way will change everything you believe about the bond between animals and the children they choose to protect. This is Titan, and this is Ethan, the boy he saved without anyone knowing until it was almost too late. 9 months ago, the Morrison family adopted Titan from a rescue shelter in Portland. He was 4 years old, massive, intimidating, with a scarred face and a history no one could piece together. The shelter worker warned them, "He's been through trauma. He's loyal but intense. Are you sure you want him around kids?" Jessica Morrison looked at her husband, Ryan, then at their 7-year-old son, Ethan, who was battling leukemia. "Ethan needs something to fight for besides his illness," she said quietly. "Maybe they can help each other." Ryan wasn't convinced. "That dog weighs more than I do, Jess. What if Ethan gets weaker? What if Titan doesn't understand how fragile he is?" But Ethan had already decided. He walked up to Titan's kennel, pressed his small hand against the chain link and whispered, "You look sad. I'm sad too. Wanna be friends?" Titan's dark eyes locked onto Ethan's. His massive head lowered, and for the first time in months, according to the shelter staff, his tail wagged. Titan came home that Friday with one understanding. Ethan was going through chemotherapy. He was weak, exhausted, nauseous most days. The dog had to be gentle, had to give space. Except Titan had a different plan. From day one, Titan shadowed Ethan everywhere. When Ethan sat on the couch wrapped in blankets, Titan laid at his feet. When Ethan went to his room to rest, Titan positioned himself outside the door. When Ethan's treatment schedule required midnight wake-ups for medication, Titan was already awake, watching, waiting. "It's like he knows," Jessica whispered to Ryan one night, watching Titan's vigil from the hallway. "He knows Ethan is sick." 2 months into Titan's arrival, Ethan had to be hospitalized. His white blood cell count had dropped dangerously low. Infection risk was critical. The doctor said he needed to stay for at least a week, maybe more. Titan stood at the front door for 3 hours after they left, refusing to move. He didn't eat, didn't drink, just stared at that door like sheer willpower could bring Ethan back. "This isn't healthy," Ryan said on day 4 of Ethan's hospital stay. "The dog is falling apart." Jessica made a decision. She called the hospital. "Can we bring Titan to visit? Just once? Ethan keeps asking for him." The hospital had a therapy dog policy. After some convincing, they agreed to one supervised visit in the outdoor courtyard. The moment Titan saw Ethan in that wheelchair, pale and thin, with an IV pole beside him, something shifted. Titan didn't jump or bark. He approached slowly, his enormous body trembling. He laid his head on Ethan's lap, and Ethan wrapped his weak arms around Titan's thick neck. "I missed you, buddy," Ethan whispered, tears streaming down his face. "I'm trying to get better. I promise." If you're still here but haven't subscribed yet, that honestly makes me a little sad, because you need to see what happens next. Titan stayed perfectly still for 20 minutes. When it was time to leave, he didn't resist, but his eyes never left Ethan. Not once. Ethan came home 6 days later, weaker than before. The chemotherapy was brutal. He could barely walk from his bed to the bathroom without help. He slept 16 hours a day, and every single one of those hours, Titan was beside him. But then Titan started doing something strange. At 2 a.m. every night, Titan would stand up from his spot beside Ethan's bed and press his nose against Ethan's chest. Not rough, just steady pressure. He'd hold it there for 10, 15 seconds. Then he'd move to Ethan's side, press again, then his back. "What is he doing?" Ryan asked, watching from the doorway one night. Jessica had no idea. Maybe he's checking if Ethan's breathing? Dogs can sense things like that, right? But it felt like more than that. 3 weeks after Ethan came home from the hospital, it happened. It was 2:47 a.m. Titan was doing his nightly check, pressing his nose against Ethan's chest, when suddenly he froze. His ears pinned back, his entire body went rigid. Then he did something he'd never done before. He barked. Once, twice, 3 times. Loud, urgent, desperate barks that shook the entire house. Jessica and Ryan bolted into Ethan's room. "What's wrong?" Jessica screamed, flipping on the light. Ethan was unconscious. His lips were blue. He wasn't breathing. Ryan grabbed his phone, dialing 911 while Jessica started CPR. "Come on, baby, come on," she sobbed, doing chest compressions exactly how they'd taught her during Ethan's cancer treatment preparation. Titan didn't move from Ethan's side. He pressed his body against Ethan's legs, his eyes locked on the boy's face, as if willing him to wake up. The paramedics arrived in 4 minutes. They intubated Ethan, loaded him into the ambulance. Jessica rode with him while Ryan followed in the car. At the hospital, doctors worked for 30 minutes to stabilize him. Finally, Dr. Ramirez came into the waiting room, exhausted but relieved. He had a severe allergic reaction to a new medication we'd added to his regimen. It caused his throat to swell shut. If you hadn't found him when you did, he didn't finish the sentence. Jessica's hands covered her mouth. "We didn't find him. Titan did." Dr. Ramirez paused. "The dog? He woke us up. He knew something was wrong before we did." Ryan sank into a chair, his head in his hands. "If Titan hadn't been there, if he hadn't barked," his voice broke. Ethan spent another week in the hospital. This time, the hospital made an exception. Titan was allowed to visit every single day. And every day, Titan did the same thing. He'd walk into Ethan's room, lay his head on the bed beside Ethan's hand, and just be there. No pressure, no demands, just presence. When Ethan finally came home, Titan resumed his post. But now, everyone understood what he'd been doing all along. Those nightly checks, the pressing against Ethan's chest, his refusal to leave Ethan's side. Titan wasn't just a pet. He was a guardian, a protector who'd somehow known that Ethan's body was fragile, that danger could come at any moment, and that someone had to be watching. 9 months later, Ethan is in remission. His hair is growing back. His energy is returning. And his favorite thing in the world? Taking Titan for slow walks around the neighborhood, his small hand resting on Titan's massive head. "You saved me," Ethan tells Titan every night before bed. "You're my hero." And Titan, the 170-pound Cane Corso who'd been discarded, traumatized, and labeled too intense, finally found what he'd been searching for all along: a purpose, a boy to protect, a family that understood that loyalty isn't about being perfect. It's about refusing to give up, even when the world tells you to. Because sometimes the biggest dogs have the gentlest hearts, and sometimes the strongest love is the kind that never leaves your side, no matter what. So here's the question that divides people. Can animals truly sense medical danger before it happens? Or is it just instinct we don't yet understand?